Hi, this is Brandy Shampoo with Exploring Expression, and welcome to another Sunday at 7. It's Sunday night, 7 o'clock, and I am glad to be here. I've had a wonderful week. I hope your week has been filled with um, learning and reaching and growing and embracing your best expression. And that's what we're here to talk about today. We at Exploring Expression, we help parents and caregivers become your very best expression so that you can in turn make learning fun, easy, and natural, not just for your children, but for yourself as well. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. As you come in, say something and let me know you're here. And if you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay. And of course, as always, if you get something worthwhile and something useful out of this, we just ask that you pay it forward and share it. Share this with your family and friends and in your groups. So today, couple of housekeeping things. What do you think of? See if I can point to it. Look at that. I just got a brand new painting that I had commissioned for Exploring Expression from a young man. His name is Jeremiah Bassnight, a very talented, gifted artist. And so it just looks great over there on my wall. So, how are we doing today? Are you ready? Are you ready to jump right into it? We are talking today about exploration and how to live a life of exploration. And what does that mean? You know, the company is called Exploring Expression. And so part of the mainstay, part of what makes our company, part of our foundation is this idea of exploration, of learning and growing through seeking. Because you know what explorers do? Explorers seek. They don't wait for something to come to them. They seek and they look for and they search out and they go find their truth and their passion and their purpose and their best expression. And that's what we want for you. But how do you do that? How do you live a life of exploration? The last couple of weeks we've been talking about ways to become our best expression in celebration of 90 Days to Your Better Expression, which is coming out August 1st, next weekend. This will launch along with the course that goes with it, Becoming Your Better Expression. And so, with that, for the last couple of weeks, we've been going through some of those ideas and um, talking about some of the ideas that you'll find in this guided journal and in this course. So we started with evaluation. 2 weeks ago, we did evaluation, and that's looking back so that we can move forward. Learning how to view our past from a point of grace and understanding and growth, because I love this saying, and it's not mine, but I use it all the time, is that your past prepares you, it does not define you. Your past prepares you, it does not define you. And so when we talked about evaluation, we talked about how to look at your past as something that was preparing you and bringing you to this point, to this precipice of your best expression, right? And then last week we talked about evolution. We talked about evolution and how to change your mindset and how to understand, how to just not just evolve physically and mentally, but have a true evolution of the spirit. And we talked about how to see your glass half full and how to love people where they are at, and how to have an evolution within our lives and relationships and our spirits. So today we continue, and this is the last one in this series of 3, and this is all about exploration. How do we get to our best expression? How do we get to our best expression? Right? Because I say all the time that you already have everything that you need to be the very best version of yourself. You already have it. So how do you get there? And I have 3 steps, 3 things that you can do to help your feet get on and stay on the path to your best expression. Ready? We're going to start with number one. Number one is simple. Learn something new every day. Learn something new every day. And this is, this is one of the backbones of exploring expression. The idea that learning is a lifestyle. And that for our children, because remember, you're becoming your best expression so that we can help our children become theirs. Because we want to raise learners, not students. We want to raise explorers. Explorers. We want our children to seek knowledge, not just wait for it to be spoon-fed to them. And to do that, if that's what we want for our children, that should be what we're doing for ourselves. If that's what we want for our children, my hair is like, if that's what we want for our children, that should be what we're doing for ourselves. When was the last time you actively sought knowledge? What was the last thing you learned? What did you learn today? Who did you learn from today? What did you learn yesterday? We should be learning something, anything new every single day. That keeps our brain fresh. It keeps, your brain is a muscle and it needs to be worked. If you don't use it, it will figuratively wither. And you don't want a withered brain. That would be terrible. Because we're explorers, right? And as explorers, if you want to get from here to your best expression, how do you get to the purpose and the future that you want to have? It starts with learning something every single day. If you're going to bed and you haven't learned something new today, it's not time for bed. And one of the things to help you do that, right, that we have is this learning journal. This is one of the things we use. It's called 100 Things I Didn't Know Before. And all it is it's a place to record what you learned every single day so that you could start to see how much you're growing and how much you really are making progress towards your best life. Right? Because we like to know we're making progress. So, number one, learn something new every day. Number two, you ready for it? How do we begin to move towards that future that we're meant to have? How do we become explorers? Make a plan. Make a plan. Now, does it have to be a perfect plan? No. Make a plan. Pick a destination. Because otherwise, we're not explorers, we're wanderers. Are you an explorer or are you a wanderer? The difference is an explorer is looking for something. And in looking for something, you need a plan. Now, we can start with small plans. What are you going to do today? Or large plans. Maybe you have a 5-year plan. Maybe you have a goal setting. Maybe you have a vision board. Vision boards are hugely successful. But it starts with an idea or a goal or a plan that this is what I want for my life. This is what I want for my life. My life does not end here. This is not the end of my story. It's not the end of your story. Because you know what? Each step and each moment on the path to your better expression, once you reach that, if you set yourself a goal for here, once you reach that, set another goal. Because we're never done. We're never done honing and polishing and growing and learning and exploring and finding new wonderful things about ourselves to love. Right? So, number 3. Number 1 was learn something every day, remember. Number 2, make a plan. And number 3, make time. Make time. What is it that you want to do? That's what the whole journey of becoming your better expression hinges on, this idea of what is it that's in you to do? What is your passion? What is it that you love? What is it that If you could do anything every day for the rest of your life, what would you do? And why aren't you going for it? What's stopping you? What are you waiting for? You know, you don't have to get there today as long as you're on your way. And part of being on your way is to make time. So many times people ask me, how do you find the time to do this? How do you find the time to homeschool? Right? How do you find the time to make the jewelry? How do you find the time to run your business? How do you find the time to be a single parent or to work all day or to do all of these things that are involved in being my own best expression? And you know what I tell them? I don't. You don't. How are you going to find the time to chase your dreams and live your purpose? You ready for this answer? You won't. You won't. You'll never find the time. You have to make it. You have to be intentional and make the time to do the things that will get you to your best expression. If we want our children to strive for their very best, if we want our children to know that their dreams are worth chasing, they have to see that that's something that we value. What dream do you have? And why aren't you chasing it? Because the time is now. There's no better time. And how do you start? You can always start. You start by learning something new every day, right? You start by making a plan. This is my dream, and this is the path. And then you make time to take a step on the path. Make time to take that step. Because every step you take takes you that much closer to your very best expression and your hopes and your dreams and the life that you're supposed to live. We're supposed to live a life of greatness. We're put here to live great lives and to do great things. To do great things. It's waiting for us. It's waiting for you to grasp it. And that's what, that's what this book, that's what 90 Days to Your Better Expression is all about. It's a guided journal that takes you from evaluation through evolution to a life of exploration and greatness. Exploration and greatness. And I can't wait to see you there. So, it was a short one today. It was a short one as we wrapped it up. I encourage you to go to my website, exploringexpression.com, and take a look. 90 Days to Your Better Expression. You'll see it there, and the course is there as well. And the course is a 90-day course. And every 10 days, there will be a video where, I'll walk you through the steps. I'll walk you through the steps one by one to help you move from being stuck looking back, to being intentional and moving towards your very best expression. Because we want to be our very best. Our children deserve it. Our children deserve our best expressions, right? So, with that, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead, the last week of July, getting ready for August. And it's a busy time around here. We're firming up. We do homeschool, all year round. So we've been homeschooling through the summer, but we're really going to ramp it up in August as we begin our next years of activities. And I would love to hear what you guys are doing in your homeschools this year or your schools. If your children are going back to public school or private school or charter school or whatever they're doing, what are you doing this year to support them? What are you doing this year to propel them, to help them to their very best expression? And what are you going to do this year to propel yourself towards your very best expression? Okay. So, if you have any questions or need any help, feel free to reach out. We are always here, and I can't wait to connect with you guys. And like I said at the very beginning, share it. Share this video with someone you know. And until next week, I'll see you later.